Hi, Theodore Henderson back, and another edition of the Wisdom Point. And our special guest is Felicia Oh. I'm not going to explain who Felicia is because you're going to be surprised, but I want her to explain who she is. So, Felicia, can you please do that? Who is Felicia Oh?
I'm Felicia Oh.
You're kidding. No way.
I am a world champion grappler. I do submission grappling in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, which is fighting on the ground.
Fighting on the ground. Alrighty. Now, is that part of MMA?
It is. It's one of the major components, one of the major sports that make up mixed martial arts or MMA. So it's made up of the stand-up game, which is boxing and kickboxing, where you punch and kick people. And then you have wrestling, where you take them down to the ground, wrestling or judo. And on the ground, there's punching and kicking on the ground, but there's also submissions. So that's chokes, arm bars, joint dislocations, anything to make your opponent give up. That is within the legal rules of the game.
Oh, okay. So there's something that's not legal when it comes to joint dislocation, arm bars, choking. You getting this?
There are definitely rules in mixed martial arts fighting in the cage. It's not a free-for-all, no holds, no rules kind of craziness. It's a sport, and it's evolved over the years, and it's made of those different sports, those components, but there's still rules. There's no biting, no fish hooking, no hair pulling, small joint manipulations. You know, there's definitely ground rules, and submissions are tap outs, and that's like an automatic win.
Okay. Now, enough for the professional fighting fans that we have here. Let's get into why is this sport important for women. The reason I'm asking is because you're a petite, tiny woman, look to be in very good physical shape. So this isn't a sport we normally would associate with a woman that looks like you. So why are you good at it, and why should women take the sport up?
Well, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu and submission grappling out of that evolved in Brazil from Japanese Jiu Jitsu, and it was fighting on the streets. But the philosophy of it was that technique could overcome size and strength, because the Gracies pioneered it, and Theodore Gracie was a very small man. And so the idea is that especially a woman, someone like myself, can use those techniques to defend herself against a bigger, stronger attacker who may not be as trained. And women, especially, we're mostly going to be attacked in sexual assaults or muggings or something where we're generally going to be on the ground. We're not generally going to be at a bar getting into a beer fight with a guy and duking it out. I don't really have much of a chance. I don't have much of a chance knocking out a guy at a bar, even though I have trained some boxing. But as women, we'll be attacked and thrown on the ground, and the positions of a lot of the sexual assaults are very similar or the same positions as Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. So by training grappling or Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, you become very familiar with those positions, and you learn how to defend yourself and even attack from those positions.
Okay, so it sounds like you're recommending that women, if they're going to take a martial art for defense, it should be Brazilian Jiu Jitsu or this type of grappling?
Definitely. I think that if you take any other martial art, or if you take a kickboxing or a cardio kickboxing class, I think definitely being in shape is a bonus, that you will have, the stamina and the flexibility and the mobility and the strength to maintain yourself in a stressful situation, that you'll be able to survive through that. But the more you can get that's more specific to that, and jiu-jitsu and grappling kind of give you that regular training, and especially if you enjoy it and you do it as a sport, then it's like you're practicing those positions all the time and you're familiar with it. So if you, God forbid, should get attacked, it won't be the first time you're in a position where someone's sitting on you and smashing you or trying to push you down to the ground. You'll have already been doing that on a regular basis, and in fact having fun and learning how your mind and your body work together.
Okay, now, this is great information. So how does someone reach Felicia Oh?
You can reach me at my email address, felicia@feliciaoh.com. You can check out my website, feliciaoh.com, FELICIAOH.com. If you want to see some of the videos of me fighting in competition, you can look me up on YouTube, Felicia Oh.
So ladies, if you want to protect yourself, look up Felicia Oh at all those different locations she just mentioned. But I got a surprise for you, Felicia. We're going to have you back for a part 2, because Felicia has a fighting career she's going to share with us. So see you back for the second part of the Wisdom